everybody, my name is Tammy and I am bundled up because it is freaking cold outside and it's not too warm in here. But today I'm going to talk about how to set healthy boundaries with technology. What? Yes. Phones and social media, we need to have boundaries. If you've been a fan of Therapy Talk for long, you know we talk a lot about boundaries. But anyway, chances are your body knows when you've had too much screen time. Maybe an arm falls asleep while you're holding your phone, or you watch intriguing YouTube videos like the ones we make.
Yes! By the end of the night.
Maybe you lay in bed and you fall asleep and your phone falls on your pretty face. It happens. If you have a smartphone, sometimes they will tell you how many hours you are spending on your phone. So you probably know that you are already spending too much time on your phone. I think a lot of us do. Spending too much time on your phone can negatively affect your overall health and mental health. I love a Netflix show called The Social Dilemma. It was very, very disturbing, but it was also an eye-opener on what social media will do to try to keep you on their apps as long as possible. If you haven't watched it, it's very interesting, and I personally found it to also be quite disturbing. But hey, that's just my opinion. I'd be curious to hear your opinion after you watch it, and let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. I recently found another piece of juicy information related to this topic. Do you remember where you guys were when we had the big, great blackout in October 4th, 2021 to be exact? For those who missed it, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp was offline for 6 full hours. Later, a Facebook employee testified in Congress on the negative effects Instagram had on teens' mental health. I'll link the source down below. Which brings me to the title of this video today. Can we set healthy boundaries with technology? The term digital wellness is a fairly new term, which is defined as means that one is able to understand and utilize technology in an increasingly interconnected world. In my opinion, I think we will hear this more and more as we all continue to do more things digitally. And with that being said, social media boundaries need to be in place. Bottom line, social media can affect your mental health. There is plenty of research out there if you go looking for it, linking social media use with harmful mental health outcomes. So how can you protect your mental health by being online? I am so glad you asked. You can limit screen time. You could use a timer or only allow yourself to look at your phone at select times of the day. That would be a good boundary for you. Limiting the number of apps could also help you. Another one could be turn off notifications off your phone. That way you're not reminded to look at the app. Limit the amount of people who you follow. That seems like a no-brainer. Take breaks from social media. Go on vacation over the weekend. Why not do a social media cleanse and stay offline? If you do this, track your moods and see if you feel any differently after some time is away from your social medias. You're going to be okay. I'd love it if you would do this and let me know how it worked for you. I know there's been times I've tried to do that, and sometimes I'm very successful and sometimes I struggle. So I have an example of this, of when technology worked against me. Or maybe it's the other way around. Anyway, in this scenario, actually 3 of them, it really affected my mental health. So back when I was 20-ish, that whole era, I used to be a photojournalist. Absolutely loved it. Then I also had my own wedding photography business for a short minute that I absolutely loved as well, which really catered to my love for photography. I was very, very attached to my digital camera. I never went anywhere without it. Anyway, so of course I'm going to take it on vacation because that's what you do. And that was back when cell phones weren't as great as they are now. But did I really need to take my digital camera? No. But did I? Yes. Did I regret it? Yes. What happened was I was standing on the beach taking some photos of some really wicked waves coming in, watching this bottle come in on the wave. I am thinking I'm going to get Photographer of the Year award. Back then, remember, cell phones were not that great. So I am not regretting the fact that I don't have my cell phone versus my nice digital professional camera. However, I was quickly devastated as soon as this wave tumbled over me and I was drenched in water, drenched in sand, seaweed, shells, the whole wet business. I stood up and my body was drenched. My camera was ruined. How did I know it was ruined? I started messing with the lens cap to try to take it off, or not the lens cap, the actual lens off, and it had this noise. Sand was everywhere. I looked inside of it and the mirror was chipped. I knew it was over and it's going to be impossible to fix. But what does this have to do with technology, you ask? Well, my mental health took a nosedive. I started dry heaving, preceded by panic, and then I actually started vomiting right on the beach. What happened is I started to think about this ripple effect of what I just did. Not my finest moment. If I was better about my technology boundaries, this might not have happened. I had a wedding coming up. I am having some flashbacks here. I had a wedding come up, and then I knew that I had to figure out some major things. And this was the very first day of the trip down there. So I was bummed that I did not have my camera for the rest of the trip. Again, really bad on my mental health. Somebody who's into photography and videography, having that taken from you is absolutely devastating. But wait, there's more. This happened again. You would think that this trained therapist would have learned better. I didn't. And not only did it happen in Hawaii, it also happened in Key West. In Hawaii, I took so many videos on my cell phone, took so many cell phone videos and videos that it ended up crashing my phone, but it ended up like destroying my entire phone. If I was better with boundaries, I would have limited myself on the number of videos and pictures I took. I wouldn't have had that problem. So once again, there I am, the rest of this fantastic trip, and I didn't have my phone. Went to the Apple store, there was nothing they could do. They're like, nope, you're toast. If it wasn't for my family I was with, I would have not been able to get in touch with my husband, who was back at home, getting ready to go on his trip, and we had an emergency at home, and I needed to figure a bunch of stuff out. Well, I didn't have my phone. I had to use somebody else's phone, and it was really inconvenient for them. Again, the ripple effect of this is huge. I totally screwed everything up, all because I have this inner need that I need to document everything. I need to take a breath in the breather. I'm getting totally like triggered. Like I said, it happened again. It happened again because I didn't learn from my mistakes. I didn't put some proper boundaries around my technology. Again, it was on my recent trip to Key West. I even vlogged about this one. Only that time I ran out of data and I lost my backup because it didn't have internet. And my iCloud crashed, a bunch of other stuff happened. And I was super stressed out for the remainder of the trip because I lost a ton of really cool video, really cool vlogging ideas, and I lost it all because I did not have healthy boundaries with my phone. I lost everything on my phone. I needed to be in the moment. I needed to be present, but I wasn't because I was so into my technology. Hopefully this video will hit you at a time of your life where you don't have this happen to you. Whew, I need to take a breather after all of that. I need to bring in my therapy techniques that I teach my people to calm down for myself because I am all sorts of stressed out right now, even talking about this. But anyway, moving on. So what if you also prioritize the things that you look at? Maybe you look for things that build you up, not bring you down. Something I've done for myself is limit the amount of news I watch. I learned that probably about 10, 11, 12, 13 years ago. I don't know. But I was inundated with news. Listening to the news, I saw the news, and I was listening to mental health stuff all throughout the day. And listening to the news was really, really bad for my mental health. So I stay away from it if I can. Another thing you can do could be deleting, blocking, unfollow some people. Maybe you don't read all the comments or limit amount of time that you do read the comments. Maybe someone said something negative on your social media page, let's say Instagram, for example. And if that happens, just take a deep breath and try not to take it personal. I heard a phrase once that stuck with me. This says, "You're not a taco. Not everyone is going to like you." You get the idea. We are not for everyone, and everyone is not going to like you. Shocker. And guess what? You're not going to like everyone. And that's okay, you guys. It is okay if you don't like everybody. In conclusion, social media boundaries might look different on you as it does on me. Either way, setting social media boundaries can be helpful. Setting limits is healthy. If you do this, your mental health will thank you. Thanks for watching this video. Hit like and subscribe, and I will see you again next time. Bye.